Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
When drunkenness meets intellectualness meets bro science, you get bro soup time. This is Dean and the Boys.
Welcome, everybody, to Dean and the Boys, brought to you by Bro Soup Time. Before we get started, we need you fuckers to subscribe, rate, and review. What's the rule on reviewing?
5 stars only.
5 stars only.
Yeah, if you just lie to us. If you think it's anything less, just fucking hit 5 stars or don't review. On any platform, whatever platform you're on, don't review us on Facebook. That does nothing. Whatever platform you listen on, review us there. But anyway, I'm with some of my favorite humans. We're set up a little bit differently. It's pretty hot in the garage studio.
Yeah.
So we're in the living room of the Bro Soup Time compound.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. The compound.
That.
Calling it a compound now?
But those beautiful voices you hear. To my left is Mr. Slut.
What's up, what's up?
Then we have Big Black Bronson.
Yeah, boy.
Jason Babb.
Oh my.
And then the beautifully bearded Ryan Manheath.
Hello, my beard looks great.
No beer crack today? No beer crack?
After what I put my body through this weekend, I don't know if I could muster up the strength to crack a beer right now.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, how was our weekend, guys?
It was good.
We went out on Friday and we got
Turned.
we got pretty
Friday was
turned
enough
up.
for me.
Man, I should have. So I had an opportunity to not have to work on Friday because someone called in on Thursday,
Yeah.
and I had to pick up Aaron from the airport at midnight.
Okay.
And he texted me, my boss. He was like, "If you work tonight, you can have tomorrow off." And I was like, "Fuck."
But you just worked both of them?
No, I didn't work at all on Thursday. But
Oh, really?
Because Wednesday, Thursday, my day off.
Damn, I would have done that, cuz.
I should have.
Oh, you probably would
had
have
to
been in
pick up- You
trouble.
had to pick up your girl though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have just made her Uber.
You should probably come up with some kind of sickness for next week, though.
Well, I was
Saturday.
What's
We're doing a
today's
little
your
birthday thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I got a sick day to use still.
Saturday.
I might have to. I've been thinking about it. It's been rough watching, we're not watching, just having to work, Friday and Saturday the past couple of weekends, and it's just been beautiful outside.
And then you come in and hear our awesome stories.
Oh, yeah, and I'm like, fuck, quick trip, goddammit.
But yeah, what was up? Fucking your cousin, right?
Your cousin came in
Maco?
strong.
Came out of left field, met us at our normal spot, which he never goes to, right?
No, he's only been there twice.
And the second time he shows up and makes us do car bombs at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, he knows what they do to us. It definitely turns the night
It
into a
escalates.
good direction.
And he's
Absolutely.
also 8 years younger, 10 years younger.
Well, you don't got to point that out.
All of those dudes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's a young.
I remember being 21 and just showing up at the bar fucking ready to rage. You know what I mean? And now it's just gradual. You hit a peak, and then it's just back. At least for me, I don't know. Sometimes.
I don't know. I like staying at the level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like to think we can still hang.
Yeah, I feel like we can hang.
I think I can.
for a day. Or maybe a vacation.
Yeah.
Then I
God.
got to take a week
We
off.
need to
But
do
We did
another
the
one.
pool. That's what really took it out of me.
yeah, we did the pool yesterday. So
I don't know how you continued going, but the pool.
I raged all night.
Yes, he did.
I had a shout out to a listener of the show, friend of the show, Mike Camosa, just turned the big 3-0. So he had his we had a surprise birthday party for him yesterday and had a bunch of pizzas set up at one of the restaurants around here, and it was beer and wine provided for, and just had some pizza and drank some beer, and we're guys being guys and dudes being dudes.
It's pretty awesome.
It was a good time, except for so the place actually closed at I think 11 or midnight, one of the two. But at 9:45, the server comes out and he goes, "And you know, I told you guys what time we closed earlier. Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and close now. The sewer backed up into the bathroom on both men and women's side, and legally we can't be open without working restroom facilities. So." Kind of need you guys to pay your tabs now and get out.
Ryan,
it was not me.
what'd you do?
It was not me. I would
don't
like if
believe
I
you.
did do that, I wouldn't hide behind it because that's amazing. You shut down a restaurant from your
I feel
shit.
like I would too.
You're like, yeah, I clogged both toilets. I don't know how. It snaked its way through and clogged the other one too.
I clogged the system.
I broke that block of Johnson County.
That's pretty awesome.
But yeah, it was a good time. So then we, instead of calling it an early night, we went down to another bar just down the street and hung out there. And there was probably about 15, 20 of us all just chilling at the bar drinking. One of the guys there, this is just going to come out of nowhere because I told him I'd sneak it in, but it's the younger brother of Mike. His name is Sam. And people forget, freshman year in high school, he started over Shane Ray, now Denver Bronco. So
People forget.
people forget that. It's
Well,
kind of
he
a big
obviously
deal.
didn't
They
know.
won that game, too. So
If we're going that route, my team broke Brody Eldridge's ankle in high school. And he caught passes from Peyton Manning.
I remember in high school I played against Ryan Terrain.
All right. This is
And
going to be out of control.
Trying to dive to tackle him, like, he was gone. Like, he was there 1 second, and you went for a tackle, and it was like he never existed. It's
Word.
amazing. It's amazing, like, the different caliber that some people are, the different level that some people are on.
You guys
Yeah,
gonna play
just
the
straight
Glory
up
Days
embarrassed.
song during this?
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
It used to be excellent, great, phenomenal, whatever. When I played back in the day.
That's good to know.
No, I'm just kidding.
People forget that.
People forget.
People forget that.
Yeah.
Anything else, or should we just bust right into the news? Anyone got anything?
My brain's not fully working still. I killed a lot of working cells this weekend.
I know that about you.
Yeah.
So let's just get right into
Let's
it.
get into the news.
Oh, shit. Let's see. In British Columbia, liquid poo rained from the sky while Susan Allen and her son were sitting at a stoplight. Feces started pouring in through the sunroof, and Allen said she had it down her face, shirt, and covered her entire car. Her son watched as a passenger plane flew overhead. I guess the Transport Canada, a government agency, is now investigating a possible blue ice situation, blue ice being frozen waste from the plane. I didn't know they really did that and dumped it from the sky, but I guess that's a real thing.
That's a space peanut.
It's a space peanut.
So could we not find any big dick stories? So we go back to the poo.
Oh, I mean, we have. But now she says she has conjunctivitis.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I always thought it was
I've
fake.
heard of that. What
Conjunctivitis.
is it, though?
That reminded me of that Schoolhouse Rock song, Conjunction Junction, what's your function?
She says she has conjunctivitis in both eyes, and
What is that?
now she says, like, she was trying to argue, like, well, what if it was a big chunk and it went through my son's head or went through my head and killed us?
Dude, that would be like the worst way to go, just dying from a piece of shit entering your brain.
Right? Like something from Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Which I watched yesterday.
Yeah.
It was on TV.
Oh, just the eye infection.
Dude, you were eating off of it.
Oh, so she
Wait,
just
so-
got some pink eye.
She just got pink eye?
Yeah,
That's what conjunctivitis is?
Is that all it is?
Just a little, it
pink
says
eye?
inflammation or infection of the outer membrane of the eyeball and the inner eyelid.
So how do we not know that, like,
gotta
her
keep
son
up
just
with
didn't play a prank and shit on her pillow or fart on her pillow? And now she's trying to blame Air Canada.
Yeah, right. But
Try to
here at
get
Bro Soup Time,
So she got a really
it's a
bad.
place to learn,
She got a really bad case of pink eye, and so she made national news.
right? But I mean,
Well, I mean,
but
that's
also
a pretty intense way to get pink eye.
shit rained down from the sky. Like imagine just being at a stoplight and then just it
is-
starts hailing shit.
That's
Oh.
a real shitty day.
He did
Oh, the
something.
puns. There it is.
And she still wants to be compensated and have her car professionally cleaned, even though her I guess
All she wants?
her nieces and nephews went and scrubbed it, and it's clean now. But she wants it like deep cleaned.
She made
Her niece and nephews
clean
cleaned it.
Yeah, right.
I'm not
You know-
doing that.
Yeah, first off,
Hey,
Fucking problem.
that's a shitty job.
He did it again.
first off, I want a new car.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in that. That's
No.
terrible. You
Oh,
take-
yeah.
Somebody shits in my car, I want a new one.
I
That's
guess
like if somebody steals your car, it just feels dirty driving it now.
Yeah, I don't want it back.
If they find your car after this gets stolen, you're like, some really low life drove this. I don't want to drive it
What was
now.
it from the other guys? Dirty something in the boys?
Dirty Mike and
Dirty
boys.
Mike and the boys
Mike and the boys.
I'm gonna turn the NPR up real loud.
talking about a bunch of homeless guys with fingers in each other's poopers. It's gonna be a nice
It's gonna be a nice evening.
Thanks for the F Shack. Signed Dirty Mike and the boys.
We will have sex in your car again.
All right. Next one. This AI shit is getting out of control.
This is how it starts.
Especially with this particular one. It's a demon. Scientists at MIT created an AI monster. The scientists specialize in the darker side of AI. Norman is a machine learning bot that sees death in whatever image it looks at. By the way, is named Norman after Norman Bates from Psycho.
Okay.
So they purposely made this thing like vicious.
Yeah.
To scare
Because
the shit out of you.
well, they're just proving that that it's influenced by whatever content is fed to it. So they went to a Reddit forum, and why this is a thing, I have no idea. They went to a Reddit forum that features videos of people dying, and they caption those videos. You know,
There's a
like
forum of that.
yeah, they caption those videos, and that's what they fed to the AI. So now they started you know those ink blot tests,
Yeah.
where they show you a picture and they're like, "What do you
Boobs.
see?"
Yeah.
Well, they showed that ink blots and compared it to what a normal standard AI says, and some of the stuff is wild. Let me pull it up so I can get to it.
Dude, I mean, it's like that. You can go pull those videos off of like that Mexican YouTube or whatever.
YouTube?
Yeah.
What?
It's like,
What?
it's like, well.
What you been watching,
YouTube-
man?
I don't know how to say it. YouTube? YouTube? I
Okay.
don't know. It's a J instead of a U.
So you just put an
Oh,
accent
wow.
in there, and it
Yeah.
changes everything.
Yeah, and it's like, they could have learned from that, that's for sure. That's
Are you on the
terrible.
black web and not telling us?
I
Well,
don't
this-
know.
Dark web.
It's like
Maybe
Dark
it
web.
is.
the Avengers. Age of Ultron was in one of Ultron was like, I need to kill everybody because you can't take care of yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You seen Age of Ultron?
I have
right?
no idea.
You never seen Avengers: Age of
Yeah.
Ultron?
You need to get
Yeah.
caught up on that.
Yeah, he becomes self-aware and then just downloads all this information and decides that humanity is better off extinct and
He might be right,
tries to kill everybody.
but here's some of the ink blot
Yeah, he's
tests.
not
Wait,
far off.
what did you just say? You said he might be right.
Here's the ink blot test.
I
A
need to
standard
move out.
AI, they showed it this picture, and an AI, a standard AI, said a close-up of a vase with flowers is what it sees.
Yeah.
Norman sees a man shot dead.
Damn.
This one, a black and white photo of a baseball glove is what the standard one sees. And Norman sees man is murdered by machine gun in broad daylight. All
That's
right.
fucking descriptive.
The next one, a person is holding an umbrella in the air. Norman sees a man shot dead in front of his screaming wife. The last one, a black and white photo of red and white umbrella. Norman sees a man electrocuted while attempting to cross a busy street. First of
that
all,
one makes sense.
first of all, I don't know how that would happen. How would you be electrocuted walking across the street?
A power line breaks and comes down and snaps you.
But he's been pretty descriptive throughout.
Gets hit by lightning,
Ooh, I like that one better.
maybe.
Oh no, maybe we should look for that video.
Right?
That's wild.
But yeah, so they're fucking wild. Why would they create something like that? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I
it's
thought
not-
we already knew that.
Well, I mean,
That
they
AI
kinda
did
like-
that. Whatever information is fed to it, like that one they did on Twitter, became a Trump-loving Nazi.
Really?
Do you remember?
Yeah, well, yeah, because people were asking questions or something to it, and they just started fucking around with it, and then it literally just became, like you said, it
Like
like
a
the most
porn-
racist.
It was like a racist,
Porn-loving-
porn-loving Trump lover,
Yep.
is what it was. Which I feel like might describe some Trump supporters.
But it's like
JK.
people apparently don't watch movies. Like they don't know, like care that they're basically dooming the human race when they do shit like
I
this.
don't know. Terminator, man.
Like
Straight up.
things like that have happened. I've seen it in the historical movies.
Yeah. You mean the documentaries?
Yeah, the documentaries.
I just feel like people have been told too much and are taking it too much to heart is, hey, don't believe everything you see in the movies. Well, believe some.
Yeah.
Like it can happen. It's 2018, folks.
Love is love.
Shit's getting real.
Love is
What?
love. I don't know how that quite fits in.
Robots. Love.
And have you guys seen this one? Did you guys see fucking Donald Trump's monster of a chef?
Yeah, that dude is so big.
Dude, he's a lot of man.
Jesus.
I would want somebody like that cooking for me. Like he knows what he's doing.
Fine, I'll start cooking
Like-
for you.
Yeah, better than fucking
Okay.
McDonald's and shit that he eats all the time.
But
Doesn't he eat like shit food?
nope, not according to this guy because I watched a video about him where he's talking. So if you guys haven't seen it, this guy, if you guys know who Ronnie Coleman is, famous bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah, dude.
When I first saw the picture, I was like, no, that's fucking Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
And then I actually read the article, and it's his personal chef. His name is Andre Rush. He's a former Army vet with an MBA and is trained in classical plating, baking / cake decoration, and a master ice carver.
Oh shit.
Oh, and he can bench press 700 pounds, and he, on the regular, will just do 50 reps at 225 for 8 sets. No big deal. That is out fucking rageous.
That's beast mode. That guy's wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a giant. But in the video, he said, they asked him about that, like, what about Donald Trump's diet? And he's like, I promise you. He goes, I make it. It's a very balanced meal.
I thought Trump came out and was like talking about how much he loved McDonald's or something like that. He might.
Well,
still
McDonald's
like
is delicious. I don't care what anyone says.
Whoa.
Yeah, the never frozen beef patties now that they have, it's fantastic.
And he has it is. If you guys haven't had the new quarter pounder, double quarter pounder, it is out of control, dude.
Really?
It changed.
They changed the recipe. It's good.
I've had it. I didn't think it was that much different.
Oh,
I
whatever,
haven't had
dude.
McDonald's in
Whatever, bro.
I'm not a big McDonald's person.
I'm still a Wendy's guy.
yeah, all day.
Ooh, spicy chicken sandwich hit me up.
Yeah, Dave made it cool to be square again. You know.
Wow.
What the fuck?
What the, where is this podcast going?
To Wendy's.
Wendy's or McDonald's.
Yeah, I
it
think
sounds
Wendy's after this. Frosties, anyone?
Like. Oh, dip the fries in the
Oh,
frosty.
man.
I never did that.
Oh,
You
you're
never did that?
weird. You're a weird.
No,
child.
I mean I've done it, but I don't like it. What
I'm
about-
not a fan.
Yeah.
It's the sweet and salty with the hot and cold. It's perfect.
No,
You get all aspects.
no.
No, thank
Then you
you.
dip your dick in it. What?
I know he does that.
Ryan, how many times do I have to tell you to quit putting your dick in the frosties?
Yeah, wait till we get home at least.
That's fair.
But a New York man, he claims that CVS has ruined his marriage. Michael Feinberg is suing the chain, claiming genuine severe mental injury and emotional harm. Feinberg took his prescription for Viagra to CVS and told an employee that he'd pay for it himself. They thought that was a little weird, being that it's $60 a pill. A pill. Well, Feinberg's wife called the pharmacy to check on one of her own prescriptions, and the one of the employees there became a real chatty Cathy and ended up telling his wife about the prescription for Viagra and saying, hey, this isn't being covered by insurance. Well, now Michael views his wife as a third party, and that's a HIPAA violation. You can't share your information. So I guess the wife didn't know, and now he claims his marriage has broken down because he was on Viagra.
Just too embarrassed.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Why would you be? I mean, especially if you're old. I feel like it's just a thing that happens. So
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
why would you be
It
embarrassed? about it?
It happens, guys.
Not trying to get
Don't
dick
you have to be
down
old?
anymore.
Yeah, you don't even have to be old. I told a story on this podcast where it didn't work.
You needed to call in the fluffer.
Yeah, well, I wish I had a fluffer.
Wait, yeah. Okay, I was confused. I was like, wait, you have a fluffer?
Hi.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Hashtag roomie, hashtag fluffer.
I like it, but that's just wild to me. Why would you be that embarrassed? And why would you why would you hide it from your wife?
Yeah, I mean, love is love.
You keep saying that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Where's that coming from?
Guys, I told you, I killed my brain cells.
Right.
100% you can.
Yeah.
That's a third party. If he doesn't say, hey, tell my wife.
But
Yeah,
is it really?
that's patient health information. Even if it is your wife, you still can't unless he releases
Yeah.
unless he has some kind of consent that says this person can have the release of information on it.
Oh, okay.
Then that they violated PHI, which is a big fine. It's like $5,000, and then like I think you lose like your ability to work with that.
Yeah. Now, are we sure that his marriage isn't ruined because she found out he was using Viagra, but he never used it with her?
That's
Maybe
where that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Is
it was
that like?
going.
Is that what maybe actually happened? That
I
now he
never
got
went
busted?
there.
I never
That
thought
maybe
about
homeboy's just cheating.
Yeah, that's a good
And the
question.
guilt, he can't get it up, so he pops
Yeah.
the pill.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Is that why?
I think
No.
that,
he
Maybe
doesn't
maybe
use it with her.
maybe this could be the asshole of the week out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think there was a Hallmark movie about
Yeah.
that.
About assholes?
Well, I'm sure
Hallmark
make-
notorious for that.
Hallmark. Yeah, Hallmark makes great asshole movies.
Is that where this whole love is love things come from? You've been watching a lot of Hallmark movies.
Watching a lot of Hallmark movies lately, guys. Yeah, Christmas in July is coming up.
But, yeah, I just thought that was a weird one. Why would you be that nervous? If your dick don't work, tell your girl.
Get your dick fixed.
Yeah, get your dick fixed. And $60 a pill?
Holy shit.
Probably went financially broke,
What?
and that's what ruined his relationship.
And not,
Viagra?
yeah, were you not listening?
I didn't know it was $60 a pill.
I said it in the article, so you weren't listening.
Shit.
Is that why you wanted to visit so many pharmacies in Mexico when we were there?
Well, no, I went
Yeah,
there.
they had everything.
No,
there.
when I
Just
went
ready.
there, because I was going to buy it just to have some, just to
Yeah.
have on hand. Maybe it's another situation happens where I'm nervous and I just want a little pick-me-up, you know? I can have it there.
Do you
But
have
it
a
was
prescription?
expensive. That's why I didn't buy it.
Or we want
have
to play
to have
jokes
a
on each other at the
prescription?
bar and slip it into somebody's drink.
Oh, that's
That's
fun.
fucked up.
In
Oh,
Mexico, did you have to have a prescription?
No.
Can you just buy it?
No.
Oh, it's
I could
Mexico.
I
There's
could
no
have just
laws.
said, give me that.
Oh, that could be something on the
Sure,
wheel of
didn't
punishment.
they have,
Go to
like,
Mexico and
Take a Viagra and then go
Percocets and
out.
shit down there?
I like that.
Oh, God, no.
Shit.
Hey, what about this? Might be cut out of the podcast, but do you remember we made plans on Friday night? Do you remember?
no.
I wasn't.
You guys don't remember? No, you were there.
Oh God, what did we do?
Uh-oh.
We said we're gonna get a hold of GHB
What is that?
and drug
They
each other.
Drug each other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do remember talking about that.
Yep.
Wait, what is that stuff?
It's actually the date rape drug,
Yeah.
Oh,
Flores.
Okay, yeah.
but yeah, Flores. But we're just gonna do it to each other, just
okay.
randomly.
All right.
Oh man,
No,
that's
no,
a
that
recipe
seems
for
right.
disaster.
Yeah. I thought we did that every weekend.
Yeah, I thought you guys been doing that to me for a couple of years now.
You mean I've
So
just
that's
been
not?
that drunk?
You have
Oh man! Every weekend I thought somebody thought I was really pretty, and this whole time, no, I've just been getting too fucked up.
So, in researching that last article, just this one popped up. I didn't send it to any of you
Went
guys.
down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, it just popped up like down at the bottom, related stories. And this is old. This is in 2014. But in 2014, a Michigan woman, Sadie Bell, shot her lover in the stomach. When police got there, they asked her, "Hey, why'd you shoot him?" And he said, "Because he didn't produce enough ejaculate."
That's fair.
So she accused him of cheating. The victim, an alleged weak ejaculator, suffered damage to his colon and pancreas.
And his reputation.
Yeah. When really he was technically cheating, but not on Bell. They had been having a 15-year affair. And if you see the mugshot, this was a rough one.
Oh, so he was cheating? On
Yeah,
her?
I guess he was married. It didn't go that far into it, but he was cheating on, say, his wife with Bell
With her.
for the last 15
So
years.
she knew or she didn't know?
No,
She didn't know?
I
Should've
guess.
just been
I
the
don't know.
girlfriend for 15 years.
Yeah.
So based
The
on
side piece for 15 years?
Fuck.
so based on not being enough ejaculative, she realized that he was
Ejaculative.
with somebody else earlier. Is that what she's trying to
That's
say?
what she's accusing him of. She's like,
What if he was just needed to, relieve some stress and jerked one out?
yeah, what if he jerked off so he could last longer with you? He's trying to be nice.
That's the thing.
And now you
People do
shoot
that.
him. I've done it.
Yeah, I know that about
You jerk off before you go out. Have you ever seen
Cat Williams.
something about Mary?
Yeah.
That's why it takes you guys so long to show up places. I
Cat
knew it.
Williams. He's like, whenever you're at the club, go to the bathroom and rub one out before you go home with that girl, just to make sure.
Yeah,
You gotta
something
get
about
that
Mary.
first nut out, just to make sure that you really want to hit it.
Yeah, and something about something.
Dude.
Wow, that's
But the thing, there's logic to that. So, like in the past, I'll just share it. Who cares? In the past,
Story time.
like I've like been talking to girls and like trying to get like a girl over to hook up that night or whatever, just like a booty call. But like while like texting them, I'm also jerking off.
Yeah.
And then once I do my thing, I'm like, I really don't want to hang out with anybody.
Yeah, that's how
Okay,
okay, good,
no.
I'm not alone. Okay, that's
Then you just stop texting them. You text them the next day. Sorry, I fell asleep.
Yep.
I'm like that's the. So if you're listening to this and I sent that to you,
That's what happened.
that's what happened.
Now you know.
That first
I
nut out.
jerked. I'd rather jerk off than hang out with you.
So no names.
No names. No names. Dear God. But yeah, I thought that was a
I
fun
might
one.
get some comments.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Eric sent this one in. Casey police arrested 36-year-old Bridget DePriest early Wednesday morning. DePriest snuck into Kauffman Stadium and set several small fires. None of the fires caused any damage. A security guard called the police after he saw her on the field around 4:30 a.m. She said she'd been in the stadium since Tuesday, but camera footage indicates that she wasn't there that long. Royals officials are still trying to figure out how she got in the stadium. But
She snuck in one of the press gates or whatever, where the media goes in at,
like
and
when,
where the deliveries and stuff. That she snuck in through one of those gates.
like when there was a game or just
No, I think somebody didn't
Yeah, they were out
lock
of
it
town.
right. Yeah.
We were out of town on the West Coast this week until Friday.
She set 3 fires on the field.
Just on the field?
Yeah, just in the outfield.
Maybe it got a little cold. She just needs some warmth.
Yeah, I think it burnt. I think they had to replace the grass
Really?
because of it.
Well, I mean, it's a fire. So.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, I mean it burns stuff.
Did she say? Did they say why she?
No.
She just walked in there. Like,
And she was just walking around like the concourse and stuff, like the security cameras have her just walking around.
just fucking strutting, huh?
I would much rather just keep walking around, just play a badass game of hide and seek.
Yeah.
But with the cops.
What would you do? Like if you were that scenario, what's the first thing you're doing if you're by yourself in Kauffman Stadium?
Going on the field.
Oh, I'm running the bases.
Yeah.
Running the bases, and since we just talked about it, jerking off on the pitcher's mound.
I wouldn't mind swimming laps in the fountains.
Yeah, I was going to the fountains.
Go to the fountains.
Go to the-
No, well, you do that as your cool down.
Oh, run the bases and
After
then
jerking up on the
Then
pitcher's
jerk
mound?
off, and then
there's a set order here. Yeah.
then you get in the fountain. Maybe
Clean up.
break into one of the bars, make myself a cocktail and
Oh, yeah.
Nachos.
some nachos.
There we go. Yeah, maybe go into the Royals collectibles and see what kind of autograph stuff I can get.
So
yeah.
how long was she in there for? Really?
Like 21 hours, I think.
Yeah.
That's what she
21
said.
hours?
That's what she said. But as far as video footage, they don't have her there that long.
maybe like a
She
few
so they
hours.
found her at like 4:00 in the morning on Wednesday. She said that she'd been there since early Tuesday. So whatever early Tuesday means. So I don't know if that's like midday or
Well, and they
Hanging
kicked
out in Kaufman, huh?
they kicked her out, and then instead of leaving, she hung by the back gate until police got there and arrested her. Like she didn't try to leave; she just sat.
So this is just a
She's-
full-on crazy person.
yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
I live here now.
this is
This is my
squatting
fucking-
squatting rights.
Yeah, squatters' rights.
I put a flag down. It's mine.
I'm homesteading.
Fuck, that's crazy.
But here's a big story of the week as far as sports concerned. OU quarterback Kyle Murray. He was selected by the Oakland A's with the 9th overall pick of the 2018 MLB draft. He's an outfielder, but he's also quarterback at OU. He signed a contract that comes with a $5 million bonus, which means this year he's going to make $2 million more than his head coach, Lincoln Riley.
Yep.
Isn't
And
that
there's
nice?
he's exempt for some reason. I don't get it because like
I was going to say,
there was a kicker from UCF that
Well, that's
got
what-
kicked off the team for
That's what I have here.
having a
So
YouTube channel that he monetized. And
the contract allows Murray to play football at OU for one more year. He can't play baseball,
right, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
but per NCAA rules, you can be a pro in one sport and an amateur in the other. Just like
As long as it's over the summer, it's not during the school year.
Whedon, you know,
Yeah.
you can be a former pro football or pro baseball player and then decide I suck, so I'm going back to play football at college.
Ricky Williams did this when he played at Texas.
Didn't Bo Jackson have something kind of like this? But then the Yankees ended up fucking him over, and then he couldn't play baseball anymore because of the Yankees.
He couldn't play sports anymore.
I'd have to
Yeah.
rewatch
He
that
couldn't
30
play
for
at
30.
Oddball anymore.
I think because like he was playing baseball at Auburn, and they came out and they're like, "Sorry, dude, you can't play."
They flew him to Miami. It was Miami.
Yeah,
Dolphins that wanted to draft him. They flew him to Miami to meet for the season and everything. And he comes back to Auburn ready to play baseball, and they told him that he couldn't play. He forfeited his amateur status by accepting that trip to Miami.
So he would have just had to, if he would have done it under like his own, done it on his own, he could have done that.
if he paid for it, he could have
Yeah.
done it. Yeah,
But since they paid for it.
But see, I just don't get that because it's a different sport, just like they're saying here.
I
But-
feel like if you getting paid, period, as an amateur athlete, then you shouldn't be able to play college sports anymore.
I
You know
think
what
it has
mean?
something
At
to do
all.
with if it's during the
Because-
collegiate season.
Really?
I think it might. It's got to be something like that because people played baseball in the summertime in the past, and they didn't, and it wasn't. They were still allowed to play football.
And then
It's
that
just- I
dude
think it's
that
something to do with that.
got kicked off for YouTube, like that's complete bullshit.
Well, here's
He's
that
just making
story right
money.
here. So it's former UCF kicker Donald DeLahaye chimed in on Twitter, and he just asked. He said, "What the fuck? Why was I kicked out? Why was I kicked out for making YouTube videos at NCAA? Please explain."
he won't
But
get an
that-
explanation back.
Oh no, not at all.
No, but yeah, nobody's responding.
But that's
Yeah, to
because
me, it's like,
but there he was making. I think he still should be able to do that, but per the rules, because he's making money as a football player.
It was like videos of him or something, wasn't
It was videos of him
What was it?
kicking.
Kicking?
And like he got money from advertising.
Yeah, like he
because had so many
monetized his
viewers.
videos.
Which I don't get. Like, that's him doing. Like, I mean, I guess it's technically him using his
Oklahoma's or whoever wherever
UCF
he plays.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're on it. The kicking is probably happening on their complexes and stuff like that. I don't know if it has something to do with that.
But it's just silly. Like, but I get him. You know, he's a pro in one sport and not in the other, so I think it's okay. But
Yeah.
but now he's able. Now they open the door because now can he sign? We'd say he goes to sign some autographs. Can he accept a signing to say, "Oh, I'm here as a baseball player"? You know, like you can't go to like those conventions
Yeah.
and sign autographs because they're not allowed to make make money off their name.
Right.
But can he just say, "I'm here as a baseball player. I'm a professional baseball player," and still do it and make his $50,000 or whatever? I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's crazy though, man. That to me, it's kind of contradictive and fucking bullshit that he's allowed to do that. You know what I
College
mean?
sports is so corrupt.
Oh,
it's
for real.
ridiculous.
Like, you can't make money in any other aspect, but because he's playing another sport, he can make $5 million.
That's crazy. Imagine
The
being,
rest of his homies are fucking struggling. You know what I mean? Like, the rest of his buddies are struggling.
but imagine being a fucking star quarterback, but also balling out of control with $5 million.
Oh yeah, you're,
Yeah. If he like pays for a meal for his teammates or something? Is that technically a violation?
I mean, they're gonna have to watch him.
no.
I don't
Close.
think so.
It's
As
gonna
long
be a
as he's
lot
not,
of-
and you can get in trouble for it if you're.
I don't
like,
think the NCAA knows what.
I don't think you can get.
trouble.
I don't. I think if it's your money, you can spend it however you want. It's not like he's a booster or anything. Because like when Kareem Rush graduated from Missouri, he offered to. They didn't have any scholarships left when was it Brandon Rush when he was a senior.
boy.
He said that if he wants to go at Missouri, that he would pay for him to go to school there, and he got in trouble for that, even though that was his brother. That they would have been they started investigating it because it could have been a violation.
Really?
Just pay for your own brother to go to school
Yeah,
at the
that's-
college that you went to
That's dumb.
because he's an alum and
Yeah.
Right.
He's considered a booster.
Technically a booster. Yeah.
But then you got guys like who was it Xavier Henry that went to
Yeah.
KU? His brother played professional baseball
Yeah.
for the Yankees, and when that dried up or whatever, he went back to school and played basketball after
And
he'd
was
already
paid
been a
for
professional.
by the Yankees.
Yeah, so I'm sure that guy was balling out of control. He signed a multi-million-dollar signing bonus out of high school.
Speaking of college basketball, is anything going to happen from the Adidas scandal?
I don't think it's all come down yet. I think they're still
They're still
putting it all
investigating,
together.
but
Adidas scandal.
It'll probably happen
like,
right before the
paying
season
players
starts.
from like the Adidas money, like KU and Josh Jackson and
That's a lot of schools that have.
well, yeah, it's like all blue bloods.
Yeah, that whole investigation about like the top 25 or top 20 schools, pretty much.
I mean,
it'll come out
Arizona.
in
They have
qualified.
the Arizona head coach Sean Miller on tape talking about paying a recruit
Yeah, wiretaps.
$100,000.
Yeah,
Crazy.
But I mean, it happens, man. And if people don't think it happens, they're just.
Like I've said this previously, I want
K.
K State to get in trouble just one time in basketball. Like, let
Just
me know
for
you're
trying.
Let me know you're trying. Like if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win, in my opinion.
Oh,
And
100%.
just Bruce, do it. Just get in trouble one time. Let me know you care.
Prove it. Just prove yourself. But what else we have? I guess before we get too deep into the finals of NHL, and I know, did any of you guys watch any bit of the fights?
I did not. I just saw the results.
Yeah, so Saturday night, UFC 225 in Chicago, Illinois. Hang on, I'll get there.
Oh man, that's
So it started off CM Punk, former WWE superstar, against Mike Jackson, who is a photographer. Is also 1-0 or 0-1 in the UFC. They both
There you go. CM Punk, WWE, former WWE superstar, and then photographer.
photographer Michael Jackson. They both had the same opponent. Both lost like quick in the first round. I think CM Punk may have lasted a little bit longer than Jackson, but Jackson's actually like a legit amateur, or maybe a legit pro, just a high level amateur maybe. And CM Punk, he's just not there, bro. So he got pieced up pretty good. It went all 3 rounds, but by the end of it, that Mike Jackson dude was just toying with him.
Oh man.
But like he wouldn't put it out. Like even the commentators, like Joe Rogan was like, I just don't understand why he clearly finished this fight because that guy's just he's down on the ground in CM Punk's guard, and he wouldn't even look. He'd just be looking straight ahead and then just throw like a hammer fist down. But he would connect, and CM Punk's head would just bounce off the fucking canvas.
So he just got embarrassed.
Pretty much. I mean, it's pretty embarrassing. And afterwards, even Dana White was like, "Yeah, I think that's a wrap for CM Punk." You know, he tried it, no, but dude had a ton of heart. I mean, even right up to the end, he's still fucking going for takedowns.
Yeah.
It took giant balls to do what he did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that what's the guy's name that he fought? Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you think he's got an opportunity for a great once he knocks somebody out and he's a photographer, just pretend he takes a picture of him and walks away?
Right, I don't think he's that smart.
Dude, you could monetize that so bad.
That's
so
what he
quick.
should have done.
Yeah. Click. Boom. Out.
But that's what he should have done. But even Dana White was mad at Mike Jackson. He was like, he was a punk out there. You know, he didn't show me anything. So I think that he's done too. So
Dana White's got to be like the best, head guy in sports, right? Like he's not considered a commissioner, right? He's
Well, he
the
sold his ownership. Didn't he?
No, well, he sold it. I think he still retains a little piece of ownership, but he's still in the exact same position that he was in. He's the president of the UFC. But yeah, I think he's one of the number one dudes, and he's just like right in your face. He's not going to sugarcoat anything.
That's what I mean. He's just as true as it like everything he says is just it's not. It doesn't seem like he panders to the media. It's just kind of what he just speaks his mind, rather than like the other heads of sports who are just
try to tiptoe
basically
everything.
Figureheads and just are trying to be PC, and he just basically says how it is.
I mean,
he's
it's
really
his
honest.
fucking company, man. Like
treats
he
you like-
literally has been there since the beginning, right?
Not of day one.
But close to it. Like he bought it, right?
The
But-
Fertittas bought it, and they brought him in to run it.
but I mean,
Fertitta
he's
sounds like
pretty
a
much
Mexican
been running
dish.
it, though, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning,
Yeah.
almost. Like Goodell and all these other people are like elected into that position, right? Or
Yeah,
they're
they're
voted
hired
in.
pretty
voted
much.
into that shit. Like he's like, this is my fucking shit. You know
Well, the
what I mean?
Fertittas, who own a bunch of like station casinos,
Yeah.
they are balling out of control billionaires, and they hired him. And Lorenzo, I think, is the one that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they sold it, and I hope they get it back one day because I don't like the new ownership, what they're doing to it.
Yeah.
Just making like CM Punk fights.
For real. 0-1 fighters on the main card.
But I get it. Oh, and UFC Hall of Famers on Fight Pass, which you have to have an app and subscribe to a whole thing to get. Like it's not even on free
'cause
TV.
Rashad was on there on the Fight Pass one.
Didn't they just sell to ESPN?
They didn't sell; they sold their rights.
That's what I mean. So they're going to start broadcasting on ESPN. Is what I mean.
And I think in 2019, they're going to be on. They're going to have like 20 fights on the ESPN app, but then they will also have shows on ESPN and ESPN2. So that's pretty cool. Did you guys see WWE's big deal? Well, before we get to that,
Yeah. What about Megan?
my girl, future wife, Megan, I still love you.
Yeah. She lost.
I still love you, but you got pieced up.
She got worked.
She got pieced up.
Oh no.
Well, just Megan has never had
Did you cry?
a little bit of me broke. My heart broke. So I was watching, and Joe Rogan said it perfectly on the broadcast. She's like, Megan Anderson has never faced anyone of this caliber, has never faced an elite level fighter, and it looks that way too. She's just always been the bigger girl, just been able to power
Got that
people.
insane reach too.
Oh, insane reach. She's 6 foot, walks around 175.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a big
She's
woman.
an
She's a big,
Amazon.
strong gal.
She's beautiful.
But she just her takedown, her ground game is just freaking not there.
Yeah.
Because Holly, who's a multi-sport champion in kickboxing and boxing, right at the beginning, I mean, Megan, boom, hit her with a big knee, a couple big shots, and you could just see Holly like, oh shit. But then she just took her down and just beat her up down on the ground.
Yeah.
And Megan really had no answer
So
for
are
it.
are you offering to help Megan with her ground game?
Oh, 100%. I'm in.
Yep.
I will be your grappling dummy.
So should I tweet at her for you?
Yep. Yep. I'll be her grappling dummy. I got a jiu-jitsu background. I got a amateur wrestling background. I'll show you a thing or two.
What was the name of your amateur wrestling back in the day?
Well, it's just my name.
No.
You're talking about the pro wrestling.
Yeah, your pro wrestling. What
Oh, I
was
was Chaz Blakesman. Get over it.
What was it? What was the
Owner of HCW.
what was it?
Owner of HCW.
HCW? What
HCW,
what did that stand
Hardcore
for?
Championship Wrestling.
Hardcore Championship. I've seen the videotapes. hilarious.
What?
We might have to watch
Oh,
those later.
God. You're gonna have to put those on
Oh,
fucking
wow,
YouTube,
yeah.
dude.
Like laying down mattresses on the ground, and
Well, no, they were mats. We had mats.
your entrance was lit up by Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, dude. So we'd have we'd hang blankets and like tarps from the rafters of our basement was unfinished, and then I had a pitching mound in the basement, so that was our ramp. We had a table, like a regular folding table, tipped up and just like a piece of cardboard, and spray painted. The name of that particular pay-per-view was named Anarchy.
Oh,
So we had the Anarchy symbol on that piece of paper and just stuck it up there.
Dude. Dude. Put that on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
We'll put it on here when we're done.
what was hilarious about it too is like your buddies that were with you, like you looked like a man amongst boys, like you just towered over them too.
Oh
which made
yeah,
it
they
even
were so
funnier.
much smaller than me.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Were you the champion?
Well, there was a tournament in this particular pay per view. There was a tournament because there was no champion. We were starting over. Because where we fucked up is we always just taped over the last one we did, so we don't have all of them. But I was the head writer, but I always made myself lose because I wanted to be. I was the bad guy.
You're the heel.
Oh yeah, I wanted to make myself lose. Like I just wanted you to hate me, and people did, and then I'd lose, and you cheer for the good guy. I mean, it was great.
Classic selling somebody over the top.
But the last one we did, of course, I became the champ. But it was cool because we had like a real belt.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I had this Chris Jericho shiny shirt. Man, now I got to figure out how to fucking put this on the video.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, Megan Anderson lost. That's super sad. Still love you.
He will be the
Call
grappling
me.
dummy.
I will be a grappling dummy.
I mean, she's still got another fight, doesn't she? Like. On
Oh yeah,
contract?
she'll be back.
Yeah, she's gonna
she'll be
have more
back.
fights.
She'll fight some of the lower level competitors and
Work her way back up.
yeah,
So
she'll.
she's not going to pull a Rousey? And
Because I mean, yeah, that's what
No.
I remember when Rousey fought Holmes, and people were like, Rousey's gonna whoop her ass, and I was just like, well, this I'm pretty sure is like the first champion that Ronda Rousey has faced, like you know what I mean. In another
If she wouldn't have tried
sport.
to stand with her, because her stupid ass coach would tell her in her head like, "Hey, you're a boxer. You can stand with these girls." When really, hey, you're a judo bronze medalist. Why not do
Right.
judo, bro?
right?
Dude,
So she
judo,
just got too
bro.
much in her head too, I think. Oh, and they also on the last night's or Saturday night's pay per view, they announced that she's going to the Hall of Fame. So shout out Ronda Rousey,
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
current WWE superstar, going to the UFC Hall of Fame.
is she actually wrestling?
Deservedly so.
Deserves it.
Like, she's on there all the time?
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
What is she even on?
Raw.
She's on Raw. Yeah.
Rousey,
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
She fought in her
That name is
first
stupid, by the way.
match. She fought Triple H and Stephanie McMahon with Kurt Angle.
That was a long time
Fuck
ago,
yeah.
wasn't
It was a WrestleMania. It was in April.
it? Okay. I just didn't know if she was on it like every week or.
No, yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, last I think it was last week. She so she's right now for you people not listening. Jason has to take his pee.
Nope, this is his. Yep.
Next
Scheduled
week we're
pee
just going to
break
do
in
the
the middle of the
podcast in the
podcast.
bathroom.
So I think it was this past week. She's for people that don't know, she's friends with Natty Neidhart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter,
Okay.
and she was wrestling Nia Jax, who at Money in the Bank, Ronda Rousey will face Nia Jax for the Raw Women's title.
Think she wins
I
it?
figured it was a matter of time before she'd had the belt.
Oh, I think she will. I think it might be a little bit too fast, but
Gotta move up.
she's
I was
going to
just
get it.
checking. But that
Or-
name is stupid.
What
I
is?
do not like her name.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
She's always been called
Has
that.
she really? Even
In MMA.
it seems like a knockoff of Roddy Piper.
Well, that's
Right.
kind of
People started calling her that, and then it kind of stuck. She actually called him and was like, "Hey, can I use Rowdy?" Because she was a wrestling fan from back in the day, and actually liked him.
actually when she made her appearance on Raw.
With him.
His family let her wear his leather jacket.
Yeah, like his real leather jacket. She's worn it twice now.
Is he not alive anymore?
No, he's dead.
No.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Years ago.
Sorry.
Too soon.
Shout out, Roddy Piper. Anyway, so the deal that frickin' so UFC just got a deal for like $1.5 billion over 5 years. So did the WWE. They just got a deal for SmackDown is moving to Fox
Really?
on Friday nights.
Oh, they're moving it to Friday night?
Yeah, and it's still going to be live, but they got $1.2 million for that.
Billion.
Yeah,
It's been a
billion.
million.
Like,
That doesn't
Yeah.
seem like nearly enough.
No, $1.2 billion over 5 years for that, and then Raw is sticking on USA for another 1.5 billion.
Nice.
They're just rolling in money.
Trying to get it
And
more
fucking
mainstream.
Saudi Arabia just paid WWE the figures anywhere from 120 million to $200 million to just come over and do one show.
Yep. They paid the WWE to
They
do it.
paid them to do that. So that was pretty cool. And WWE just like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And
Yeah,
they made it
why-
a pay-per-view.
what fucking would you?
They made it a pay-per-view that aired at 11 o'clock on a Friday morning.
None of the women wrestled there, though, did they?
Yeah, none of the women couldn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I
that
did
shit's
hear that.
crazy over there. Like,
They'd
when
take a break so they could pray.
Yeah, when I was in the Navy, like, in Dubai, you'll hear all day fucking long, the chanting, praying chanting or whatever, throughout the Mall of Dubai. Like, in the middle of the day, they have what's it called? Mosque, right?
Mosques.
In the Mall of Dubai, and like people will go, like, run into it to go pray.
They have to pray like 5 times
Shit.
a day, don't they?
Yeah, and then in Bahrain, yeah, dude, like women, good luck. You don't talk to the man. Like if you're out, like I remember people were like out with their friends, you know, it was like girls and guys or whatever, and like if a girl asked the cab driver something, you just straight up ignore her. Straight up. And
rude.
they tell you, they're like, don't take offense to it. You know what I mean? It's not them just intentionally being rude. It's just the way that they're grown up.
I definitely take offense to it.
Women women are nothing. Everything's.
I'm going to isolate that clip.
This is
Are you saying that?
But no,
Jason hates
that's-
women?
That's crazy. No, that's just crazy that they wouldn't let the the women over there.
Oh, yeah. I
wrestle,
mean,
you
even
know?
some of the wrestlers were like,
Well, and one of the wrestlers, Sami Zayn,
he's from Syria,
he's from Syria,
which
so
is
they,
wild because
so they wouldn't let him wrestle there either.
because he's from Syria.
But it's wild. If you looked at him, you'd be like, I
He's a-
could show, if I showed you pictures of like gave you a lineup,
He
you would,
looks like me without like 200 pounds.
yeah.
Like he's a redheaded, big red beard.
Doesn't look like
Looks
he's
like
from
looks like
Syria.
me.
Yeah. He just has some Arabic writing on his tights.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's our wrestling MMA news.
Yeah, that one went on a while.
Yeah. Before,
That's what happens when we don't have a producer.
I don't know. What
Shout out
about
to Lauren for not being here.
this? This is a little late. Our boy, I don't know how to say his first name, but Duvernay Tardif.
Laurent
Oh,
Duvernay
did you
Laurent Duvernay Tardif.
Doctor.
He is the only
Larry.
medical doctor in the NFL.
Oh,
He wanted to put doctor on the back of his jersey, but they wouldn't let him do it.
Really?
Did
Yeah.
he get rejected on that?
The NFL rejected it.
Oh, okay.
If they did
Bunch of
that, I
assholes.
was buying that jersey.
oh, fuck yeah.
Can he
He'd
put
probably
PhD at
be
the end of it?
top jersey.
Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe he can do that too.
Yep.
Do it. Yeah, the custom one.
The problem is his name's
just
so
Ooh, I-
freaking long, dude. It wouldn't even fit on his jersey.
It would
Oh,
just
if
be
they
a
can fit
giant
Hushman
circle.
Zada, they can fit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
When he first came in the league, they couldn't pronounce his name, so Reed just called him Larry.
Yeah.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry's doing good out there. Everybody's like, who the fuck is Larry?
Mitch Holtis calls him the doctor.
Yeah. Dr. Larry to you now.
I just call
Yeah.
him Doc now. Yeah.
I kind of want to get his jersey and don't put Duvernay Tardif on the back. Just put doctor across it.
Hell yeah. Dr. Larry.
That's awesome.
Dr. Larry.
Dr. Larry.
But no, but they said on the way to, he was drafted and still had, I guess, a year left of medical school. And they agreed to, like, break it up into, like, 3, 4-month semesters.
So you could do it in the
Something like
off
that.
season.
Well, he didn't
Yeah.
actually play college ball. He came from Canada, didn't he?
We played college ball in
played
Canada.
at McGill University
Okay. In Canada, right?
in Canada.
That barely even counts.
That hardly counts.
Hey, speaking of Canada, you see Manziel though. He's fucking.
What's his
killing
name?
it right
What's
now.
that?
Johnny Manziel. He's
Oh,
playing up
Manziel?
there in
Okay.
CFL. He's killing
Is
it.
that how we're calling him now?
Manziel. You know that?
Menzel.
Menzel.
Manziel.
Dude, I love you. I love you pronouncing names.
First of all,
Name Nazis over here.
May Holmes is watching you right now, man.
Man, fuck that. I'm just kidding.
But I just thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's,
Oh,
I
only
don't remember
doctor?
who it was. It might have been Mitch Morris, the center for the Chiefs, was talking about like coming back from a. It was after a game they played in London, and he saw Larry studying for his medical exams the entire flight.
That's what the
So,
article
like,
said.
Yeah,
When
just got done playing a game, or they were getting ready to play a game or something, and like for 7 hours he was just on the plane studying medical.
yeah, they said when
stuff.
most people were on the plane sleeping, he would be studying, nosing the book.
Yeah, and then in the
He
offseason
just
when most
needs to
people are
calm
like
the
working
fuck
out and
down
stuff like
now,
that,
honestly.
he was fucking doing his clinicals and shit, or his
Yeah.
his residency stuff.
So does this mean that the Chiefs can kind of like save some money on team doctors and just have him since he's on the field already?
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
diagnose everybody?
One of the offensive player gets hurt, and he just turns around and waves off the staff. He's fine.
Well, it's
He's
like
fine.
in,
I'm a
Just a
doctor.
bone bruise.
Did you ever watch Goon on
No.
Netflix, the hockey movie? They got a player,
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Asian dude, he's studying to be a doctor, and like the trainer comes out to help him. He gets checked into the boards, and his nose is bleeding, and his like trainer's trying to help him. He's just like, just go, I got this. Pushes him away.
By the day he was drafted, he was helping with a C-section. He was
Yeah,
assisting.
he
on a
found
C-section.
out he was drafted while the surgery was going on.
Yeah, that's pretty
He just
wild.
calmed down.
Somebody just
though,
comes
for real.
storming in there and go, "Hey, you got
Just
drafted.
Calm down. That's too much.
Stop everything."
Yeah, calm down. We get it. You're successful.
Fucking
Fine.
You're doing way more than all of us. I get it.
French
chill,
fuck.
dude.
Just kidding. I love you, Doc.
I do want to get his jersey. Though.
Take a break now.
Yeah.
Achieved
Now just
everything.
chill out and just let all the pussy come to you.
God, NFL player and doctor.
Yeah.
That's a
God.
Both panty droppers.
yeah.
I feel like those are both panty
yeah.
droppers.
Ultimate panty dropper combo right there.
So this past week, NBA Finals ended.
Oh yeah.
Called
Should
it.
we go
Sweet.
straight to that, or should we finish up with the NFL stuff? The,
Is there more NFL?
To?
Oh yeah, To.
Yeah, we got to talk about
Is he
To.
signed?
Boy toe.
No,
No.
you didn't hear about this?
Oh, I know about the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
He doesn't want to go.
Yeah, he's just decided to not accept the invitation to pretty much the crowning achievement in one's career would be to
pinnacle,
like win a Super Bowl and be in the Hall of Fame are like two of the things that you
So
would want to do.
Are they still going to put him in, or is he like no?
Like he still gets inducted,
Yeah,
right?
they're still get his.
He's just not going to the
statue.
ceremony.
Yeah,
What if
he,
he
just,
gets signed though,
he can come back and play.
He can still play.
but and still be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever happened before, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's been people that have gone into the Hall of Fame and then became coaches later, but it's
Right.
not the
Dude,
same thing. But
Homeboy is fit too.
Oh, yeah,
like he
he's
is so
fucking-
jacked still. It's
The thing that was wild about this, I mean, I think it was 3 days before this, he was on Pat McAfee's show saying how excited he was to go to Canton and, do the thing. And he's
Something
hon-
must have happened.
He's
He's just a
honored.
scumbag.
And then he was going to, he was talking about how he was in shape. I think it might have been Pat McAfee's getting into it because got him all fired up because he asked him, he's like, "Hey, so you're still trying to play?" He's like, "Hell yeah." And he asked him straight up, like, "Would you take a veteran minimum to come back?" And he said, "We could talk about it." So he may just be fired up.
that guy's just a jerk.
Well,
though.
he was mad that like it took him this long to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Is that what you think it was?
yeah.
That he's
He
just,
was 1 year after his initial.
Yeah, 'cause you have to wait 5, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, he was close last time. I can't remember who went in the last set, but and they only put so many people in each year.
Right.
So I mean, for him to get mad because he wasn't a first time ballot guy, that's kind of petty. I think. I don't know.
I like to.
That's all.
I
heard.
don't.
Didn't he have a reality show?
He was on a show with I think he did have a reality show, but he also had a show recently on MTV. You know how they do the real world
Oh,
challenge
yeah.
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
They do one where it's
he's on the
real world
challenge.
guys and celebrities, and they go against each other. And he
hell
quit the
yeah.
show.
He did?
He quit the show after the first show because people were talking shit. Because as they do, it's
It's
competitive.
reality.
Yeah.
And so they started messing with him.
Oh, I don't like that about him. So he can dish it but can't take it?
No,
Yeah.
he's a-
Damn.
So he just bailed. He just walked out on his team.
Well, I think he was.
It's just kind of standard
Yeah.
TO shit.
Yeah.
He's always been like that. He's always been, always says he's misunderstood, but then he does stuff like this.
Yeah.
And he just completely, makes it clear that, maybe it's not everybody else. It's definitely you.
he was the
You
pansy.
couldn't get along with Andy Reid and McNabb, so.
Get along with Romo.
What other NFL news we got? Is that it?
I think T.O. and Dennis Rodman should have a reality TV show.
Ooh,
my
that'd be
God.
fun.
Right?
I'd like to just see
Going to
them.
North
You
Korea
go to
together.
North Korea?
No, their show should be them just traveling across the country, and it's them in the car.
I think they should just be locked in an apartment together, just see what the fuck they do.
And then at the end, they should fight.
Yeah, 100%. I'd watch that.
Put them in an octagon. Let's fucking go. What? Is that it for NFL?
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
So-
Yeah, there's not much going on.
NBA
Joke.
Oh, wait, Alex Smith still sucks. But other than that, yeah, we can move on.
10-4.
Jason's gonna murder you.
LeBron. LeBron punched a locker or punched a whiteboard.
Yeah.
First of all,
Broke his hand.
must have been a hard whiteboard. One of the ones mounted to the wall.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't
Not
be a
one of
roll
the
around.
spinning ones.
Yeah, I feel like it couldn't
That
be a
would've
roll
been funny.
around. You just punch right through that.
That's what I picture is it just flipping around.
But yeah, he lost.
Called it. I knew the Golden State Warriors are just way more superior.
I'm not much of a basketball guy, so did the Cavaliers? It was pretty much the Cleveland LeBrons, or
pretty much.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
he
nobody
just
else
has
really did anything.
no
Kevin
help.
Love was non-existent in that series for the most part.
Yeah.
Nobody
All the
could do
people
it.
that were supposed to help him didn't.
Did you see the article that now since the season's over, I guess LeBron wants to talk to Golden State?
I think that's trolling.
I don't think there's
That's
much truth to
complete
that.
trolling.
I don't know how they can barely they're gonna have to pay Klay Thompson next
Oh,
year.
they'd have to get rid of.
Well, I don't think they were re-signing somebody.
I think they're all coming back next year because Durant already opted out and said he's coming back. He's going to take less money so the rest of them can. Klay Thompson's got one more year left on his deal, and Draymond's got 2, and that's when it starts getting kind of.
Yeah.
That's when
And I mean,
starts
all of
getting
them
to-
have said that they take less money to stay in Golden State too.
Yeah, but right.
I do like that they do that. I feel like NFL players don't do that, but
Right.
the NBA
The
guys
difference
do.
is the contracts in the NBA are guaranteed, and the likelihood of their careers lasting a long time are greater in the NBA. So they can take
Yeah.
chances like that a little more, and they get paid way more. I mean, because Curry's making 37 right now, and Klay Thompson on a extended rookie deal or whatever, he's getting paid 17 right now, and his next deal he's going to make like 32.
Yeah.
So those contracts are way bigger than they make in the NFL.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, so they can. It's a little more likely, and you only got to play. You only got to have 3 or 4 good players on an NBA team. While in every other sport, you need, a lot. Like you need on both sides of the ball. So it's a little easier to do that when you only got to pay when you got a big 3.
Yeah,
you
only
pay
gotta
them, and then
pay
the rest of
like
the people
10
are.
people.
But doesn't NFL make way more money than the NBA?
Yeah, but there's a lot more players to pay.
Yeah.
You got
You
52
got a
players rather
52-man
than.
roster rather than 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, their TV contract's way bigger, and they're making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Klay Thompson's like, I get paid a lot of money to do this, and he's cool staying in Golden State.
That's
He has
awesome.
no desire.
We'll see when that contract really does
But
come up.
I mean,
When
yeah,
he's
when his
gonna-
contract's up and like
I
someone's
think
like,
next
oh,
year's is last year of that
Yeah.
$17 million because there's so many weird rules in the NBA. They get the rookie extension that they can get after where they can sign them to some kind of max deal-ish kind of thing, but it's not like the big contract when they go to free agency like when LeBron did when he went to Miami.
Yeah, LeBron's out of Cleveland though. Just sorry to say it.
I thought an interesting rumor was that it would be Houston.
Houston would
Yeah.
be
That
crazy.
he would pull the Durant move and be like, well, they're one player away because how close did they play Golden State? Then Chris Paul got hurt, and then all of a sudden they had LeBron.
Could Durant and LeBron go to Houston?
No, Durant's already said he's coming back.
He's going back to the Warriors, which to me,
But I think that's why
His-
LeBron would go to Houston to bolster that, as to push the Golden State Warriors.
Just go to LA. Just live your best life. Go to the
real.
Well,
Lakers.
that's another rumor. Is him and Paul George going to L.A.
that was the original. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one goes.
I
back.
still like that one. Go to
I would
LA.
go to fucking LA too. He could go anywhere he wanted.
How many
to.
more years does he have left?
LeBron?
LeBron.
Oh, he's probably got 4 or 5. He's
4 or
still
5 more still?
fucking Still a stud.
I don't know how old he is. I don't know how.
He's
He's probably
30.
got
I think he still goes back to Cleveland after this is all said and done.
Yeah, he
after his
should
next deal.
just stay in Cleveland, man.
So you think he's just? Why do they do that too? Just such short deals.
The other thing I heard is his kids are about to start going to high school,
yeah,
and he wants his kid to play at the high school that he went to, St. Vincent or something like that.
Mary St.
St. Mary-
Vincent or
okay.
some shit.
Yeah, and so I heard that's part of it that maybe he might stay, but then there was also rumors that he was checking out a school in L.A. that he
Yeah.
wants his kid to play at. So I don't know, it's up in the air. So he does have a house in L.A.
I'm sure he's got
Is it-
a lot of houses.
Yeah, he's probably got a lot to choose from for going that route.
You know, he's like a part owner of Liverpool.
Yeah.
See,
Is he really?
He's
And he made a
6%.
lot of money since they've been doing so well this season. This past Premier League season, he made a lot of money.
I fully expect him to be an NBA owner or
A
something.
lot of money. He'll
Did-
be like a Magic Johnson, either GM or.
By the way, is Liverpool? Did they lost to like Real Madrid like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Was that the?
Yeah.
I was at this a Cuban restaurant. I guess I was getting a Cubano sandwich.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Where?
There's just
Number one, where?
Yeah, I'll
is
tell
that
you.
restaurant?
there's these Mexican gals there, Spanish or whatever they were. They're watching the soccer game up, and it was just hilarious to watch those girls talk shit in Spanish. Like, Real Madrid had just scored.
Mm-hmm.
Real Madrid had just scored, and it showed, like, the Liverpool goalie, like, all pissed off, and you can just see him going, "Aww." And then it would, like, show the Liverpool coach, and it would go, "Aww." And then, like, show the players, and be like, "Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
That's my Spanish.
Is that Spanish?
Nailed it.
I understood that.
And then right back to Liverpool, and "Aww." It was just hilarious to watch them just talk shit while they're watching
Can we
the
get a
soccer
translation?
game. Yeah, right.
It'll be on the bottom of the screen.
Subtitles on both
And then, Jason,
Yeah, buddy.
your fucking Capitals,
Won it, dude.
world
Have you
champs.
seen Ovechkin's videos right now?
I fell in love with them.
Oh my God, he's doing keg stands out the cup, dude. Like,
Oh, no
it was
shit.
so
They're filling it
funny.
full and just
Oh,
dunking his head in it. And he's
living
just,
his fucking best life right now. Dude.
Yeah.
I hope when they go to the White House, Putin goes with them.
Oh yeah, people meets up.
and dude, he's a freaking tank.
Oh, he's fucking.
Yeah, he's a
stud,
big
dude.
Like, he's a big, burly fucking dude.
Oh, yeah, he's a fucking crazy
thought it was-
fucking Russian.
I was cheering. Obviously, I was cheering against the Caps because I just wanted to see the expansion team, and it's Vegas, so I didn't
Been
really
a fan
have-
since the beginning.
So, yeah, it's. I hadn't really thought about it because haven't been into hockey that much. But how great his career been, and he's always been kind of known as he was like Ted Williams never won a
Yeah,
championship
dude.
in baseball.
Dan Marino.
And Dan Marino, and he was in that kind of mystique as far as his career that he just had never done it.
He's
And
won
so he would have been
MVPs,
going down as that kind of guy in
scoring
hockey.
leader. Multiple seasons, he's been the scoring leader.
But this is his first
And he
championship.
finally got it. Now he's validated.
It's
Yeah.
the Caps' first
Well, that- that
championship
was-
too, wasn't it?
No, it's their first in 28 years.
Oh,
That and the other thing is that he was always just kind of looked at a step down from Crosby because Crosby's won 3 or something like that.
Yeah, and it's because
And they were always looked together.
they were drafted a year apart.
Uh huh. Both number
and
one
they
overall.
Both play in the same conference.
Yep.
So every year at the playoffs, Crosby just would fucking stiff arm him. You know what I mean?
Damn.
It was multiple times. It was like the second round.
So this is like a
Fucking-
big monkey off his back
Oh,
now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's such a
he's-
huge
And
thing.
he's fucking enjoying it.
He's validated.
oh yeah,
All those guys
he's
are
out living his
really
best life.
I think it's safe to say the Stanley Cup is the coolest trophy that there is in
I would
sports.
agree.
The
No, the Lombardi Trophy's the shit.
pedestal that hockey players put the fucking Stanley Cup on is ridiculous.
It's
But
crazy.
he doesn't. Your name gets carved in it.
It's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
every
Like-
single player that's
Yeah.
ever won it is on the cup,
Yeah.
and it's they pass it around. Each player gets to keep it for a certain amount of time, like a
Yeah.
couple days, and they just travel around with it.
I
It's
think
the
it's
same
like a
cup,
week or
like all the
so.
time. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It's
So-
One. Well,
They
no,
add-
so when
it's-
Vegas wins it next year,
They add to the bottom. I think they make like
They add
another
so like it started
ring
smaller.
at the bottom.
right,
Yeah.
but you get your own
Yeah.
cup too. That
So-
you keep in your.
so just say Vegas wins it next year, the Capitals are sending the Stanley Cup to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works. They don't just
think
get a new
so.
Stanley Cup
well,
with
they
everything
get
carved in
they
it.
get one too that they'll keep in in their shrine or
They'll get like a
trophy case.
replica
Trophy
one.
room.
Oh, okay.
But then the real one is taken care of, and then they'll etch their names into it.
Yeah, they
pretty
show them
Team.
carving into it at the thing, and it's funny when they bring it out. These guys have white gloves and stuff like that, and it's just,
Oh, dude, it's
Then all the
kept-
players just grab it and fill it with
Yeah.
liquor.
Oh yeah.
much.
I would like to know. I guarantee you, when they're holding it, like all those hockey players, when they have it, are fucking their wives, bending their wives over. it.
absolutely.
They're fucking their wife. I guarantee.
Oh,
you. I
yeah.
totally would.
yeah,
I'd
it's-
bet.
And then they show all the players like, "This is what we did with it. What'd
Yeah.
you do with it?"
yeah, don't worry, I washed it. I promise.
I know one of the players from the Penguins last year. He was like golfing, and he had it with him while he was golfing, and was like eating French fries and put like all of his fast food in the top. Like they just do whatever they
Dude,
want to with it.
You could take
It's
so
funny.
many fun pictures with that.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you at the beach, just chilling with Bay, and just
Oh,
have it
yeah.
stuck there in the sand.
Oh man.
I think didn't Ovechkin take a picture of him in like it was in his baby's room or something like that?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. If he
Buys a
did,
crib for it.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. Congratulations to the Capitals.
oh yeah, dude.
That's would you rather have an NBA or an NHL team here in Kansas City?
NHL.
NHL.
Most
I'd have
definitely.
NHL.
Okay, let's
I
go
want
NHL.
LeBron.
Yeah, I want Braun to come here. That should be his team.
Oh yeah, startup.
Hell
KC
yeah.
Team.
Just call him the Casey
I think
LeBrons.
either one would do well, but I think hockey. I would.
I
rather
think the
have
fan
hockey
base would
here.
catch on to would catch on to.
Could they fill up the Sprint Center?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally.
I
You think so? 18,000 people?
When we had the indoor team, most of the games that I went to, it was pretty packed.
Oh yeah, the brigade,
The
Yep.
Blades?
Kansas City Brigade.
the
Hockey?
indoor football team.
No, it's indoor football.
Okay. Yeah.
Kansas City will support any winning team, and they support their teams pretty well. I think they would catch on to hockey. I think that's the only reason
I
why
think
it's
so,
not big
too.
in Kansas City is because we've never had it in NFL.
Well, then why the
team.
Blades
We
leave?
have had
'Cause it wasn't
one
an-
team.
an-
And
I
that
know it's not
wasn't
NHL,
It
but
wasn't
still.
a real thing. It was
That
a
minor
knockoff.
league shit.
I mean,
Long time
so was
ago.
the Attack.
And
I
they
mean,
played at
the
fucking
Wizards came
Kemper.
and then killed it.
Like nobody
Attack
wanted to
wasn't-
go down to Kemper back then. That shitty in the West Bottoms. Like
Nobody wants to go to
shithole.
Kemper now.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean.
That's why the American Royal
wants to
moved.
drive to
That's why they put
Kemper.
cows in there now.
Is that it for sports?
Triple Crown.
Triple Crown, my boy Justify.
Did he win?
He
He
won.
won it.
Triple Crown horse? Huh?
Yeah, buddy.
It took him like 40 years to have a Triple Crown winner, and then after 2014, we've had
2.
or 2015, we've had 2.
Because they're all on peds, man. They're juicing those fucking horses.
You talking
up.
about horse PEDs, cuz?
Fuck yeah. They're juicing those horses up.
Dude,
Dude.
that horse is worth $75 million now.
Yeah, and you know what he's going to do the rest of his life?
Nothing.
Live in this giant ass stable and fuck.
Fuck all the other horses.
Oh, yeah. Hard, too.
Jerked off every day.
Yeah,
Just be jerked off and his semen sold in vials for
millions of dollars.
Living his best life, man.
Wish I
what's
could
up.
win some races.
So is he done now? Or they'll keep racing him, right?
No, I think
coming up,
he's probably done.
Hey, if we win, will you jerk us off for the rest of our lives?
Put it on the wheel.
That horse is gonna be living better than like 90% of the population.
Well, hang on. Like,
all
so,
those
No, he's
racing
done- he's
horses
done
do.
racing.
Dude, they treat all of those.
but why is he
horses.
done racing? I thought he was a young horse.
They
you
at 2
don't
years
tarnish
old
it.
is the pinnacle of their career. That's when it's done. They don't really they have stuff, but they don't want them to get hurt.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's,
Well,
now
if they
they-
get hurt,
but like the
He can still
Kentucky
fuck.
like the Kentucky Derby and all that, those are all 2-year-olds.
really?
That's just how it works. But some horses that don't aren't winning and stuff like that, they go on to and they keep racing in these smaller races and they have other stuff. But as far as the horses go, it's the second year. It's 2-year-olds, and then they're pretty much if you're good, you pretty much just.
I just thought that was
breeding.
wild as I watched it because I know the coverage on where I was, the coverage was on behind me, and it felt like it had been on a while.
Dude,
and then
it's
the
the-
horse is like 2 minutes.
it's
The
the
race is like 2
longest
minutes.
setup
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, it takes like
build it
6 hours of pregame and then
Just like, oh,
They
It
tell
was-
every story of every jockey, every horse.
And those are some tiny men.
Oh yeah, they were
Tiny.
Go over the track, everything.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
they're like fucking 5'3" or some shit, like 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It's
of together.
crazy.
Well, they all have to be. They're weighted down based on just because you're 90 pounds, they put weight on you if
Yeah.
you
put
just
some
make it
pots and
even.
pans around his neck.
Yeah.
So that's it for sports. So as we do with every show, we must finish with an FMK.
Oh, before we do that, so we don't forget for the third week in a row, Jason, how's your butthole?
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, give us a rundown. How was that?
Tough rundown.
It's just. I mean, there wasn't like any irritation or nothing. It's just like
Never got
what's
itchy butthole from the-
weird Is my farts sound fucking different? Dude. They're way more deliberate and like I guess the hair kind of muffles your fart noise.
So they're
And now they're
louder.
just like, I'm farting.
And then
Wham.
it's- Yeah, dude, it's fucking loud. That's about the only thing that I've noticed the difference. I mean, it's nice not having a bunch of hair in there. You know what I mean?
But you never got itchy butthole from the stubbles?
No, no, I'm good.
So you ready to do it again yet?
I mean,
It might
I
be a weekly thing
I
now.
mean,
I might.
I'll do it again once they get a little longer. Probably do it again.
We'll singe them off this time.
Oh God.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
No. I
One
can't.
more thing before we move on, we probably need to make a shout out to that Mexico viewer or that Mexico listener.
Yes.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
has not gotten a friend.
Tell a friend, bro.
Yeah, help us out,
Tell
man.
somebody.
All you
Alexa,
foreign
tell
people,
somebody.
Come on.
Yeah.
You in Sweden.
Lex and Lux.
You in Sweden. Tell somebody. The one person over in India. Get with it, bro.
You've got
There's like a billion of you there.
3 billion people over there, man.
If we can just get 1% of you, just 1% of you guys, we're just going to be rolling in cash, and we're going to come and visit all of you over there.
Huge in
Fucking
India.
Spread the wealth, man.
Yeah. Oh, in South Korea. I really want to go to Korea, so tell some fucking friends.
And we'll bring the wheel with us.
Yeah, you can spin the wheel. It'll be
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
Celebrity spins. Or not celebrity spins, but viewer spins. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
The viewer or the listeners that we have in Luxembourg keep calling me. They will not.
Yeah. We can't put you on in this state, Alexa. in the state you're in, you cannot.
Alexa's
be on.
drunk. Do you at the so I guess in Luxembourg they can drink outside at bus stops. So they're just sitting at the bus stop drinking wine, and
What's that mean?
that means that that's done recording. But I guess like
So we can take our pants off.
yeah, so they're at the bus stop just getting hammered on wine right now, and they spilled
Hell yeah.
they knocked over and broke a bottle of wine.
Can we do a podcast where we're just hammered, all of us, but all of us?
Yeah.
We should want to do that.
Oh, we should do
We can.
let's do a polar bear fight before we do it.
Should we do it now?
By the way, that we found out what a polar bear fight is.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus
shots.
Christ. This is awful.
So it's intense. So you take a car bomb, followed by a Jaeger bomb, followed by a Rumpelman, all in consecutive orders.
Like immediately.
Like,
after
oh yeah,
each other.
one after. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
What? Smells good night.
we could do one of those right before a podcast.
Fuck
and
yeah,
just
dude.
see how it goes.
I
Well,
wanna do
what-
Called the drunken podcast.
Didn't we? There was the weekend before St. Patty's Day. Didn't we race car bombs here?
There was three of us, yeah,
Yeah.
but not the whole group was drunk,
Yeah.
which means we might need to do a podcast on Saturday.
We should. We
Ooh,
can.
podcast for Bronson's B-Day.
Oh,
Ooh.
Drunken
just
podcast.
get hammered during the
Oh, man,
podcast.
dude, I'm calling in.
There it is.
My birthday's actually on Wednesday, but we're celebrating Saturday.
Yeah.
So yes, it's on the 13th.
Is it?
So
Are we
we-
So you
going-
mean it's
Hammered on
Thursday?
Wednesday.
You mean it comes out when this comes out? Where they're listening to this right now?
it's gonna
We
be my
could-
birthday
Yeah.
when you
It's
hear
Bronson's
this.
birthday right now.
Both? Oh man,
Yeah,
I have Wednesday off, and I'm gonna call in. Oh
that's what we're talking about.
Hell yeah.
Can you guys
But-
sing me happy birthday before we're done?
no,
Oh.
No.
Ryan,
next week.
Happy
Marilyn Monroe style.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
My nipples are
Listen to them pipes.
Happy birthday, Big Black Bronson. Happy birthday, yeah, to you.
Yeah.
All right.
my
Before we
favorite
go,
picture,
That
he,
was hot.
he was sitting on Bronson's lap that whole time. Too.
before we go, as always, we must do an FMK. So I'm going to do the Jessicas. I hope we haven't already done
What,
this.
Simpson,
Beal,
Beal.
Alba, Simpson.
All right, I don't know mine.
Damn, that's quick. Did you already know about this?
Killing Simpson, marrying Beal, fucking Alba.
Say that again.
Killing Simpson,
Boom.
marrying Beal, fucking Alba.
Okay.
I'm with Ryan.
Killing Simpson. Okay.
Yeah.
Bronson has to look it up.
I'm gonna kill Jessica Biel.
What?
And I'm gonna fuck Jessica Simpson. I'm gonna marry Alba. Is that
I'm with
crazy?
Bronson. The exact.
Alba's big business. Though.
You said
She
fuck
makes a lot of
Simpson, right?
money.
Mary.
She don't act
Beal,
no more, but she
kill
does
Alba?
make the money.
What?
No, he said he's killing Beal.
Yeah.
Okay, I lied. Never mind. Yeah. Marion Bill, fucking Simpson, killing Alba.
Yeah, did you see her in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry?
Yeah,
Her
which
ass was
one's-
out of control.
Which one's? Now I'm confused. Alba's the one in Good Luck Chuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beal is in Chuck
She's
and
a
Larry.
lawyer in I
Seventh
Now Pronounce You
Heaven.
Chuck and
She
Larry.
was in Seventh Heaven.
Chuck
Yeah.
and Larry.
Yeah. She's married to Justin Timberlake.
She's married
right?
to JT.
JT. Oh, I want to get in there too. So
Yeah, I'd like to follow JT. What?
I'm gonna marry Beal,
There you go.
and I'm gonna fuck Simpson, and I'm gonna kill Alba.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that hurts. It all hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's where I'm going. But thanks for fucking with us this week.
Boom.
We love you guys. Finish out the week strong. Enjoy your fucking weekend. Tell a friend. Tell all your fucking friends. And as always,
Especially the ones in Mexico.
shop on Amazon. We know you're going to do it. So what you need to do first is go to brosouptime.com. Click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner. That's going to take you to Amazon. They're just going to kick a little bit back to the show. And also, we get a lot of messages via Snapchat, just straight-up text messages, or you see them at work, perhaps. And they say, hey, I enjoyed your show. You guys should do this. You should talk about this. Or they say, I really like how you did this. Put that on our posts. Go to Facebook. You're all on Facebook. We know you have nothing to do at work. Get on Facebook. Like our posts when we share that stuff.
Boom.
That really helps us. We love you. Have a beautiful week. Goodbye. Happy birthday, Bronson. We're out.
Happy birthday.